If you're on your period and experiencing discomfort, this class is for you. All you'll need are some comfy clothes, a blanket, and either a firm pillow, a couch cushion, or if you have a bolster available to you, that will do. If you don't have any of those things, just grab a second blanket that you can fold up and sit on top of. We're gonna get started right away in child's pose. You're gonna wanna grab that blanket. And I folded mine up so it's a little bit thicker and it's a little skinnier, and I'm just gonna lay it vertically on my mat. I'm gonna come into a wide leg position with the knees seated on my heels. And then I'm just going to place the blanket in between my legs and then walk my hands forward and bring my chest down into child's pose. The blanket is just gonna give you a little bit of extra comfort. It's gonna help bring the floor closer to you so that way you can really settle and relax into this posture. Feel free to bring the knees as close together or as wide apart as you would like. And if this doesn't work for you today, just remove the blanket and take child's pose with the knees together. So I'm just gonna bring my head down to the mat, outstretch my arms in front of me here. And let's just begin to breathe. Begin to puff up the back body with air. Feel the rib cage expand as you inhale. And then exhale everything completely out. And on every exhale, we want to try to allow those hips to sink a little bit deeper towards the heels. And just relax here. We'll take about 8 rounds of full steady breath here just to get settled. And then we want to press into the hands, start to lift the head up off the ground, and then use your hands to walk your upper body back upright. We're just going to come forward onto the hands and knees to a tabletop position and take a few cat-cows. So inhaling, dropping the belly, opening up the chest, look up for cow pose. And as you exhale, pull the belly button into the spine, bring the chin to the chest for cat pose. We'll take a few rounds of this. We can move as deeply in this as we would like. Really just find what feels good here. We can move fast or slow. It might feel good to shift the hips side to side. Checking in with the body. If you're really uncomfortable, this is just some gentle movement to work into the spine, into the side body. And then we're actually going to shift to a seat. So we're gonna keep that blanket folded up. Just move it so you can bring your bottom to it. We're gonna come into Baddha Konasana or cobbler's pose. So bring the soles of the feet together, allow the knees to fall out wide. Sitting on the blanket should give you a little bit of extra room to elongate the spine. I'm gonna press my feet farther away from my body to give myself a little bit of room. And then I'm just going to extend out of the crown of my head and then begin to gently fold forward. I'm gonna relax here and allow my back to round. And then just fully surrender and keep breathing here. If you have that pillow or bolster or that other blanket, you can set it here to sit on your feet so you can place your head on top of it. I have a block handy, so the same way you would do a pillow or a folded up blanket, I'm just gonna place the block on my feet, and then as I fold forward, I'm going to rest my forehead atop of that block just to allow myself to continue to relax deeper into the pose and become really heavy here. Let's take a few more breaths. And then let's slowly raise up on an inhale. Remove the prop from your feet if you had one. Keep the blanket underneath you, and we're just gonna cross this right leg over the left leg and take an easy twist. So let's pull the left leg in towards the body, hug it with that left arm, and let's reach the right arm up towards the sky on an inhale. And as we exhale, twist to the right, allow the right hand to drop down behind you. Steady breaths here. Let's unravel the body here. Switch the legs, so bring the left foot to cross over the right leg. We're gonna hug the knee in with the right arm. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, twist behind you. Look over to the left and continue to breathe. Untwist the body. We're actually going to make our way down to our back. So keep that blanket handy. We're still going to use it, but let's just remove it from underneath our seat so that way we can bring our bottoms to the ground. I'm going to take my blanket and fold it up once more so it's really thick now. If you do have a block handy, you can use that. We're going to go into supported bridge. Blankets and pillows are just a little bit more accessible, and on your period, you tend to feel a little more tender, and blocks aren't the most comfortable, so you can either use a block and cover with a blanket. What I like to do is fold up the blanket just to make it a little bit thicker, and then this feels a little better on my low back. You're gonna place the blanket, your low back, on your sacrum, kind of on top of where your butt crack is. And then we're gonna come into supported bridge. So the knees are facing up towards the sky, your feet are about hip distance apart. And then you're gonna walk them in closer to the body like you would in bridge, and bring the arms down to the mat. And instead of lifting the hips up, we're just gonna pause here and breathe with our backs flat and our lower back supported by the blanket. If you were using a bolster, that would be perfect. If not, you can stack a few pillows. And like I said, if you have the block and want to use that, go ahead. Just close down the eyes. We'll be here for a few moments. Allow the body to just relax and sink into the mat. Take full breaths here, filling the belly up completely with air and exhaling it all out. Let's take a few more breaths here, stick with it. Even inhalations and exhalations. And then slightly lift your hips up just to remove whatever is underneath you here. Set it off to the side. We'll be using it once more. But from here, let's just drop the hips onto the ground and then knock the knees side to side. And then from here, we're going to come into reclined pigeon. So let's cross that left ankle over the left knee, or the left ankle over the right knee, I'm sorry. The left knee is going to press away from the body. You can pause here. This may be enough for you with the right foot just on the ground. And just breathe here. If not, let's lift that right leg into the hands and begin to pull that right knee in towards the body as the left knee continues to press away. and just breathe here. Maybe we find gentle movement in the right ankle, taking circles. It might feel really good on the hips to rock side to side in this position. Two more breaths. And then we're going to drop the right foot to the ground. The left foot is going to come into the left hand, and we're going to come into half happy baby. So we're going to pull that left foot towards us so the left thigh comes closer towards the ground while the left heel kicks up into the left hand. We can stay here with the right knee pointed up towards the ceiling, or if it feels good, you can allow it to open up to the right. We'll just be here for a few breaths. And then slowly extend the right leg. The left knee is going to come into the chest. Left arm opens out wide, and then we're going to twist and cross that left knee over towards the right side of the mat. Both shoulders are heavy here. Your gaze can be up or towards the left hand. If this is not feeling good, you can twist with the knees together and even push them further down away from the body. So find what feels good to you. And then let's untwist the body to repeat on the other side. So the left foot is going to come to the ground. Right ankle is going to cross over the left knee for reclined pigeon. Either stay here with the right knee pressing away from the body, or we're going to start to hug the left knee in towards the chest and lift that left foot off the ground. Breathe here. And then slowly plant that left foot back down. The right foot's going to come into the right hand and kick up towards the sky as that right knee and right thigh pull down towards the ground. Left knee can open up to give you a little bit more space here. Feel a little bit deeper of an opening. And then we're going to extend that left leg out long. The right knee is going to come into the chest. Extend the right arm out beside you and then twist over to the left side, bringing the right knee over towards the left side of your mat here. Again, if it feels better to fold with the knees together, you can try that. And then slowly untwist the body. For our final pose, I'm going to give you two options depending on how your body is feeling. Instead of traditional Shavasana, we want to grab that blanket and we can fold it up, or roll it up rather. And then we can place the blanket underneath the knees as we extend the legs out long. If you have a bolster, this would be a great place to use it. If not, just use a rolled up blanket or even some pillows. Place them underneath the knees, allow the limbs to extend out long, and then find complete relaxation on your back. Sometimes laying out like this doesn't feel great when I'm on my period, so what I like to do is to bring the feet onto the mat about mat distance apart and take constructive rest with the knees knocking in and resting on each other. This feels really good in my body, and you can either allow the arms to splay out wide or even just place the hands on top of the belly. Whatever position you choose, begin to close down the eyes here, deepen the breath, and then just allow your body to relax. here, supported by the earth. Let's just take a few moments here, breathing deeply, really filling up the belly with air. Wherever you are, take 5 more deep, deep breaths. Be present. And then let's, keeping the eyes closed down, slowly shift onto the right side of our bodies. Bring the knees into the chest, find a fetal position. Maybe the head rests on top of the right arm. And just pause here. Continue to breathe deeply. Just allow your body to relax. And then slowly press into the ground with your upper body and use your hands to press yourself up into a comfortable seated position with the hands on the knees. Let's take a few more breaths seated upright like this. Notice how you feel right now. Notice any sensation in the body. Any tension or any tension that has been released. We're going to take a great big inhale, lift the arms up towards the sky, biggest breath you've taken in all day, and as you exhale out the mouth, bring the hands to the heart center. Namaste. That was our class. I hope this gentle movement brought you a little bit of relief. It wasn't too much, nothing too strenuous, but maybe got your body twisting and feeling a little bit of movement, made you feel a little bit better. But be gentle with yourselves, and I will see you guys soon.